Cuckoo is a 2024 sci-fi horror thriller that centers on Gretchen, a 17-year-old girl who, following her mother's death, relocates with her father, stepmother, and half-sister to a mysterious resort in the Bavarian Alps. The family's move is intertwined with the father's architectural project, commissioned by the resort's unsettling owner, played by Dan Stevens. The tranquility of the Alps is soon disturbed by eerie events, particularly the strange seizures experienced by Gretchen's half-sister, triggered by inexplicable, high-pitched sounds. As the narrative unfolds, we learn that these sounds are not a mere auditory phenomenon, but are connected to a dark supernatural force involving a prehistoric alien species that uses humans as hosts for reproduction. We don't really actually ever know what these things are, except that they're some sort of prehistoric creature. The film attempts to weave this complex backstory, but it often leaves viewers puzzled about these creatures and their ultimate motives. Despite its flaws, Cuckoo has its appeal. There's something intriguing about the film that keeps me engaged, and that's kind of the problem with this film. I will just say straight out, I do really enjoy this movie, but there's a lot of questions that are never answered. But there's a lot of good that I do like about it. I don't know why, but I really do enjoy our lead character, Gretchen. I like how she's just tortured and beaten over and over with getting chased and hitting her head, or being involved in a car accident and then being like severely damaged and having to use only one hand for the rest of the movie, and just emotionally damaged too. There's something about her. I gravitate towards her. I like her character and I want to see her succeed. I like the bass theme that becomes Gretchen's theme song. I just love it. I don't know why. I love that that's like her little theme every time she's about to do some badass things. So I do like that as well on top of everything. Like I said, the chase sequences, both with the ancient entity and Dan Stevens' character, deliver moments of genuine suspense and excitement. So there's that too. Those are all the things I do like about the film. However, the film does stumble in several areas. The portrayal of Dan Stevens' character lacks depth, making it hard to connect with or care for his character. And I don't know, maybe more so I just don't like Dan Stevens as an actor. I didn't like him in Abigail, and I don't really much like him in here, although I will say he does a better job in his role here than he did in Abigail. Then there's the romantic subplot between Gretchen and the older woman that feels unsettling and just wrong, because we're told that Gretchen is 17. Gretchen gets a job at the resort as the receptionist, and she is introduced to this new French woman that shows up purchasing beer, and they get involved in a romantic relationship, and they show them kissing, and then she actually leaves with this woman to go to France to run away, and it just feels wrong because we know that Gretchen's young. We don't know what the age of that woman is, but it's not 17. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that was kind of awkward. And one of the other two more things that I dislike about the movie is that the film was too long, as well as them not answering much of anything. Like, we don't really know what these things are besides that they are prehistoric creatures that lay eggs in women, and this resort or these people are trying to preserve this creature. And I say they might be aliens because we don't know what they really are. So it's just kind of weird. We get a little bit of glimpses. Also, what happens to her parents? I do believe there's a line, because her parents are in the hospital when her little sister's going in there, and they're going to bring the old lady, spoiler alert, in to get close to the child, because then that will kind of speed up the child's age. Like, she'll grow or get older or something. And I do believe they say that the parents were removed from the premises, because I think so, because you don't know. They were there, and the mother was freaking out because something was wrong with her. She felt like something was wrong, she couldn't protect her daughter. And then the father's there, and then where Gretchen's told, "Don't call your father. We don't know if we can trust him." So, and then they're just gone from the movie completely. So there are things like that. There's just like plot points that are just completely missing. I do think I heard them say that they removed them from the premises. So I'm not sure, but nonetheless, still. And the movie it's just weird. But with all those criticisms that I just said, I still like this movie. And I know this movie is not for everybody, but I liked it. I really enjoyed it. And I honestly don't know why I like it as much as I do, because there's a lot of things that I already complained about that should make me really not like this film. But there's something about this movie that I just enjoy. Maybe it's because it kind of feels like a video game. And you know what's funny is that it feels like a video game I played called Remothered that has nothing to do, like they're not the same at all. at all. But somehow it just reminds me of it. And I feel like if this was a video game, maybe the director would have had a better or more time to actually develop what these things are, or could have made a bigger story about it. But I don't know. I really like this film. Yeah, that's another thing I dislike. They don't really mention what the whole thing is with the looping. There's time looping involved in this, where once you hear the high-pitched sound, time goes backwards, like a couple of times. It's like deja vu, like it repeats like 3 times or 4 times, and then, but they never explain that about this creature, how this creature can do that. I still like this movie, even with all those problems. I think, I mean, I really shouldn't like the movie, especially with that, when things aren't explained enough or well enough. Or I don't know, I normally have a hard time liking a movie like that, and I give it a bad review. But for some reason, I do like this movie. I'm surprised. Not really horror. It's more suspense than anything, and sci-fi. But I liked it. I enjoyed this, and it was interesting. It kept me interested throughout the entire thing. That's what I have to say about it. So with that, I'm going to give it it's kind of, that probably should be, if I was fair, I'd give it 2.5 out of 5 stars, because those are problems I have with it. But I liked it a little bit more. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. It should be 2.5 out of 5, but I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. Anyway, if you like this movie, let me know in the comment section down below what you liked about it, or if you can explain better why you liked it, as I really can't explain why exactly I liked it besides Gretchen. I like her character. She's the most likable, and then the guy later on who plays the detective. I like both of them, but really Gretchen. But there's a lot of things to dislike, and I still like it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this movie. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.